Hello, my dear friends of the YouTubes, I am Duhad. I'm here today to read for you the story Hands by Andrew J. Talon. Now, due to recent events with the group, we are taking a hiatus from working together. I've realized that ultimately the channel benefits from the firm, steady guiding hand that only a single individual will be able to provide. Therefore, from now on, not only Let's Read, but also Let's Roleplay will all be done exclusively by yours truly. I'll be filling in for every other member of the group from now on. To usher in this new era, I've decided to go back into the Let's Read vault and pick up possibly where we left off, I can't quite remember, with Hands. Let's read. Chapter 5, Hands, a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fan fiction by Andrew J. Talon. Disclaimer: this is a non-profit fan-based work of purpose. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is the property of Hasbro, and the reinvention of the lovely Laura Faust. Ladies, no copyright infringement is intended. Please support the official release. Now I was staring at the ceiling in the dark now. I held the covers to my body tightly. Hoof brushed over my chest and I felt something wet on my shoulder. Twilight. Omnibus, she mumbled. I felt her chewing on my shoulder. I sighed. Well, as long as she was just chewing on my shoulder, hugging me, nothing else, I'll get to sleep. To be entirely honest, I had been a long time since I had someone else in my bed. Probably because I was surrounded by cartoon horses and didn't want to have sex with them. Yet. Not for the obvious reasons, that being the horse fucking I previously mentioned. Just for someone to hold you as you sleep, so you don't feel so lonely. My mama used to do that to me. We had a close relationship. I could live with this situation when put into those terms. Kind of like having a stuffed animal. I don't respect Twilight much. E raised to a is transcendental to the algebra of the non-zero, she muttered. Stuffed animal who talked about advanced mathematics and drooled on my shoulder in my sleep. I sighed and wrapped my arm around her midsection so she'd lay more comfortable and try to relax. Before I knew it, I was falling through the clouds of cotton candy, tumbling over and over again. The ground rose up and I stopped, and I felt like I had been hit by vertigo. Nothing was at the right angle, not the trees and not the houses. Even the bees were flying upside down. Well, this is just silly, I said, looking down at my hands. They were now hooves. That's sillier. I looked up at the sky and my eyes widened. It had turned red where the moon usually was on Equestria. Was now Earth. And Earth coming apart, pulling asunder by invisible hands. It was then squashed back together like it was made of Play-Doh and began to fall. I'm pretty sure I've read this before. Oh well. An Earth coming apart. Wait, no, I definitely read that one. That's not good, I decided, and galloped for my life, outrunning the planet on foot, or rather hoof. It generally not possible, and I got a good look at the continent of North America, where the pieces of it left squished together with Europe, Asia, and Tijuana, which is a continent now apparently, as it fell upon me. Lake Tahoe, the Hoover Dam, the city of Denver's Kohler Field, the Forbidden City of China, and dozens of other mismatched monuments and buildings raising down upon me. I couldn't breathe. I gasped for breath and felt a weight on my shoulder, and sheets wrapped around me. I tumbled. Oh boy, I should have slept last night. I didn't. I tumbled and fell, and the weight yelped as we hit the floor. Bah! I gasped, pulling my head free from the sheets. Twilight Sparkley followed, coughing. We looked at each other, both suffering the effects of bedhead. There was the sound of a cleared throat, and I closed my eyes. Just what I needed. Oh, good morning. I didn't see anything, Spike yelled as he ran downstairs. Spike, it's not what it looks like, Spike, Twilight called as she looked at me and smiled nervously. Oh boy, I guess I might toss and turn a lot. I held a hand over my face and groaned. Yeah, me too. Well, look on the bright side, Twilight said. I'm not going to spread it around. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Twilight. I am here for the boy book pick. Wow! Rainbow gasped as she flew through the window. Never mind. She jetted right out, and I stood up, the sheets becoming untangled. I was standing there in my white undershirt and red boxers, and waved my hands frantically. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. Rainbow Dash, who apparently was taking a long fucking time to escape, yells back, It's cool, I'll give you some space. She called back. I sighed and looked over at Twilight. The purple unicorn's face was buried in her hooves, dug deep down and buried where no one would ever see it again. Oh boy, you ever notice how life seems like some kind of twisted joke? She grumbled. From the moment I met you, I sighed, like an asshole. All my life is ruined, Twilight moaned, her hooves covering her face. Completely ruined. So apparently there's a line break there, but I'm not sure why, because it picks up immediately afterwards. Oh, it can't be ruined after you eat breakfast. Can it be ruined after you eat breakfast? It's getting cold. Spike huffed. We were in the kitchen having breakfast. Well, I was having breakfast. Twilight was moaning over her breakfast. Yeah. Frankly, though, the more I ate of Spike's wonderful hash browns and scrambled eggs, the less I had to think about what we had to do today. I just needed some peace and quiet. Oh, what if Princess Celestia finds out? Twilight wailed. What if she thinks I'm... Oh God, what if she thinks I'm easy? At that, I spat some eggs directly into her fat fucking face. I mean, I spit out my eggs and gasped at her. Easy? Well, what the hell does that make me? Nice self-centered morality there, asshole. Well, Twilight tapped her hose together. It makes you, Spike. Oh, fuck you, Spike. A stud of curse, Spike said matter-of-factly. He scowled at me. No, that's a good thing, you two-timer. Who's two-time... Wait, who the fuck is even saying this? Okay, it's still him. Who's two-timing? I haven't had sex since I got here. Not unless you count getting screwed over by God. The universe and everything in general as sex. I growled. Oh, come on, you're telling me Fluttershy is possessed? I'll bet you just made her mad. Spike huffed. Spike, that's not helping, Twilight insisted. And we didn't do anything. We're just not doing anything. Yes, she's just freaking out because she's an uptight control freak, I said sagely. Twilight nodded. Oh, hey, I see what you did there. It was a turnaround thing. It's very clever. It's very clever. It's not funny though. It's not even really that clever. It's just kind of an overplayed joke, really. And you're really an asshole. I'm not sure why I'm attracted to you at all anyway. You just seem like such a dick. You're always being mean to me and talking about, how much my friends suck and acting like a real jerk. I'm putting you over my house for God's sake. Well, all of our friends are. And all you're doing is taking it for granted. You're a real asshole. You know what? I'm sorry I'm turning into my mother, but I swear to God, you're just a complete asshole. Sorry, not sure where that came from. Oh, Spike said and nodded. Oh, that makes sense. Twilight scowled at me across the table. Uptight control freak? It can be taken as a compliment on my homeworld, I offered. Twilight huffed and crossed her foreheads together as she glared at me. I guess indecisive cowardly jerk is one too. Indecisive? I gasped, acting offended like somehow that was way worse than everything I just said. Why is that the one that makes me angry? Spike muttered in the background as he enjoyed his breakfast of crunchy gems and milk. I leaned over the table and glared death at the purple unicorn. And what do you mean? Oh, sorry. And what do you mean by that? Just what I mean, Twilight accused, pointing a hoof at my face. You're so scared of opening up about yourself because you have issues with intimacy. I have issues with intimacy outside my own species, I replied. Oh, you're a bigot then, Twilight asked waspishly. So, yeah, apparently if you're, not into, I don't know, we're in the gray area between furry and bestiality, fucking a My Little Pony would be, but if you're not in there, you're a bigot apparently. I'm not a bigot. I am a southern gentleman, I'll have you know. I'm just this. It is all rather new for me, is all, I said angrily. You can't go from my species is the only sapient one around to, oh dear God, even the cows have a political opinion on this world. Holy shit. Okay, sorry, just the context of that, like, I can imagine like an actual racist just being like, I swear to God, even the cows in this part of the world seem to have an opinion. It's like, fuck's sake. I don't know, this all reads weird to me. Twilight stared at me in shock. Hell, even Spike dropped his spoon. I tapped my fingers on the table, very tempted to just look away, but I had to stand my ground. Zimmer taught me that one. Hey, I have a hard enough time on my own world as a white male. Oh, I forgot this. Yeah, we definitely read this one before. Yeah. Just gonna swoosh on by here. Hey, I have a hard enough time on my own being a white male. I wasn't about to be called a racist on Two Worlds. Thanks. Oh, Hans, I missed you. Yours is the only one? She asked in a mix of disbelief and wonder. I nodded. Yes, we haven't met any other sapient species. At least not according to general knowledge. I mean, there were other competing humanoids on our planet thousands of years ago, but most of them were absorbed into ours or just died out, I explained aside. So, unless aliens make contact while I'm gone. You're alone, Twilight said, frowning deeply. Kind of, I said. We sat in silence for a while. Spike frowned. Well, that's actually kind of a relief, the dragon said. I blinked and looked at him. Huh? Well, you just don't have any. I mean, I thought you guys might have just killed everything that wasn't you off, Spike said. I gasped. That's actually what happened. Homo sapiens basically killed off the Neanderthals, so that is literally exactly what happened, and now he's gonna get fucking offended over this. What? Well, you talked a lot about how your wars are super destructive weapons and violent nature, and how you nailed your own god to a tree to die. Context, I shouted. It was the Jews who did that one. Have some respect. Oh, Lord. Sorry, I'm going all sorts of places today. Huffed and hopped off his chair. I took his bowl to the sink. Fine, geez, you let me some more, why don't you? The dragon snorted. He headed to the door and glared at us both. Also, you're being totally stupid, and I haven't even been on a date. He snorted and walked out. What do you mean by that? Twilight asked, blushing. I looked up at the ceiling and sighed. No clue, you fucking horse. I lied. Like a liar. Page break. We went first to Rainbow Dash's house, in the hopes of setting the record straight. Graciously, the blue Pegasus let us in, and thanks to the aid of a magical spell, I was able to walk on the clouds alongside of Twilight's sparkle. ... It astonished me how easily I was able to write that. Thank you, author. Walking on the clouds. What a concept. Has he been in this goddamn place for like half a year now? It was hard not to keep staring in wonder at my feet as we entered the home of Rainbow Dash. So you guys wanted to talk? Rainbow asked, giving us both a dark look. Motherfuckers, you pieces of shit. Maybe you should talk to Fluttershy first, What? Twilight asked flatly. Why Fluttershy? Because the poor darling is possessed by a demon, remember? I reminded her sarcastically about the thing that he genuinely believes. Because she's we haven't agreed that's the case yet, Twilight said sharply. What, Comrade Fluttershy is possessed? Dash asked, blinking rapidly. She pointed at me. I thought you were cheating on her with Twilight. You cheating on me? Twilight gasped. I'm not cheating. Hey, I'm not cheating on anyone. I'm single. We're not dating. I shouted in exasperation. No, he's living with Fluttershy. He's not cheating on you. You're cheating on her with her, Rainbow insisted, pointing to Twilight's back hill. No, I am not, I shouted in exasperation. We're not in a relationship like that. So you're just friends? Dash asked. I glared over at Twilight, staring in disbelief. I looked back at Dash. Yes, I cried. Screw it, that was the situation. Officially, emotionally, we could work that out later. Assuming I didn't just jump up off the cloud house from the look Twilight was giving me. Yeah, friends, that's our current situation, Twilight said softly. I grimaced and looked aside. She's a this one I have to like ad-lib it. She's a fucking pony. Get over yourself. Be a man, I admonished myself. Well, that's not interesting at all, Dash said. She giggled. It's kind of funny, though. Oh, it's not, Twilight said harshly. Not to you, maybe, Dash chortled. So, what is this about Comrade Fluttershy being possessed? She threw me out of her house last night for being disturbed about how she was, being evil and mean, essentially, I said. Dash gasped. Comrade Fluttershy, mean? No. You can go check on new Fluttershy yourself if you don't believe me, I said flatly. Dash smirked, turning around and looking at the camera. The thing you have to understand about ponies is that they're very easily convinced. They don't understand the true nature of power. Obligatory House of Cards reference out of the way. Fine, I will. She shot off like a bullet, her rainbow form a blur that receded in the distance. We watched her go and then looked at each other. We then looked away. So, friends, huh? Twilight asked dully. That's the general term for being who are close but not him, romantically involved, I said, clearing my throat. I see, Twilight sighed. Not that I mean. I puffed out my cheeks. What? Twilight asked curiously. I slowly turned and looked at her. I mean, relationships can. Look, this wasn't easy for me. Andrew J. Talon, am a guy. Women don't. Oh my God. Oh boy. Here we go again. Look, this wasn't easy for me either. One, I was a guy. Women don't like guys who are completely direct with them, except when they do. And then, two, she's a pony. My brain and heart and other parts are kind of conflicted about everything. Oh, Hans, I haven't missed you at all. Can't wait? Twilight asked. Change? I was about to nod. I swear I was going to nod. Maybe deal with this tension in my pants in an adult way. Not like that. Unfortunately, as I had said before, the only screwing I was getting was from God. Because I love Jesus. I love Jesus and Jesus loves me and he's gonna bang me right up the pooper. And the universe, because a rainbow dash slammed me into me and sent me sprawling to the floor of the crowd house. Hallelujah. God. Dash, what's that? Twilight asked earnestly. The blue Pegasus got up, shaking and staring at Twilight.
She said it was a...
Wait, what? Twilight asked. Dash trembled and sniffed.
She said I was a no good, slow, pitiful waste of a Pegasus who was so eager to suck off the Wonderbolt she never get her chance.
She sobbed.
And the dumb fat too. And oh boy, God will.
Oh, Rainbow Dash. Twilight gasped and hugged a friend. She continued to stand on me. Now, do you believe me? I asked flatly. Twilight looked down at me and slowly nodded. You're right, you're absolutely right, and we need to fix this. She smiled broadly. And I know just who to talk to. Good. Can we go before Dash crushes my rib cage? I complained.
Oh, so sorry,
Rainbow sniffed.
I guess I am just a fat.
Twilight sighed, as did I, but only for the power. Line break. How long is this chapter? It's very long. Oh my god, it is. I'm not even remotely close. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like third of the way through? Ugh, I'm probably gonna finish this entire thing. It's not even worth it as a joke. We done what we could for Rainbow Dash, but Twilight mentioned an ice cream had set the poor Pegasus off crying again. I can't believe you said that, Twilight said as we walked down the path to the Everfree Forest. Okay, it was me who suggested ice cream, but to be fair, I thought saying Fatty want a nice sweet treat was going to get her to laugh, loosen up a little bit. Turns out I was wrong. Oh my god. It works on women on my planet, I said. I'm gonna go and get coffee. Fuck this. Fuck this. You motherfuckers have your April Fool's bullshit. Fuck you. Fuck you.